Today on The Social, a heated moment for Blue Jays pitcher Mad Max leads to a win for Toronto. We dive into the fiery exchange that Canada can't stop talking about. And a swashbuckling objection. A wedding crasher dressed as a pirate is going viral, but some people think this prankster should walk the plank. Then, changing the game. How Olympic soccer star Diana Matheson set out to build something that has never existed, a professional women's soccer league in Canada. Plus, Diwali, the Festival of Lights, is fast approaching. We've got you covered with colorful and versatile outfit ideas for get-togethers of any kind. It all starts now on The Social.
Thank you very much. Happy Friday. Have a seat. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Joining us today is the host of The Social's Momlife Crisis and the NSL on TSN. Kate McKenna is back.
Yes! All right, Blue Jays fans, we are starting with the Mound visit everyone is talking about from Game 4 of the ALCS. So Jays pitcher Mad Max Scherzer. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. He was not going to let manager John Schneider pull him in the 5th inning with 2 outs. He fought really hard to stay in the game. So Scherzer finished the inning with a strikeout and returned in the 6th to face 3 more batters before being pulled from the game. The Jays, of course, ultimately beat the Mariners 8-2. Yeah. So, I mean, this was quite a moment. So what did you make of it?
First of all, I want to compliment your sports, your TSN-like read.
Well done. Thank you.
Very nice. TSN will be calling. Cynthia Loyst available outside of The Social. But you know what? I think, first of all, what we saw happen between the Mariners and the Blue Jays last night is something that will be in sports highlights for years because it was a magical moment. And I know there's a lot of talk about, it was an egotistical thing to do. It was kind of embarrassing maybe for the manager. But what I saw was a master class in trust between 2 people who trust in each other. And when that manager went out on that mound to pull that pitcher, and the pitcher was like, no, I got it, let's go. That trust to be like, okay, I'm gonna walk away and I trust you.
Yes.
I know you're gonna do it. And then he did it, which is what we all want. And I feel like outside of sports, this is something that we should all be practicing in our own workplaces because I feel like there are a lot of people. You've been hired to do something, but sometimes you feel like you're always being undermined because your boss doesn't trust you, especially in those special moments. So to me, that was fantastic baseball and a fantastic moment for all of us.
Yeah.
Good moment.
Yes.
Good moment.
I'll just say, what if it didn't go so well afterwards? What then? I mean, it was great, but what would happen?
It's true. I think the narrative would have played out very differently today. He might have been perceived as egotistical. You never know. Yeah. But I want to jump on the trust train, too, because that, for me, was the biggest thing here. This was a case of a human being, John Schneider, having the courage to trust another human being, Mad Max, over data. And baseball, if you know anything about it, is a sport that really values analytics. So when a manager is going to pull a pitcher, they're looking at the numbers, performance, how many pitches they've thrown, and actually the data shows that when a pitcher faces the same batters for the 3rd time like he was, the advantage goes to the batters. So on paper, it would have been a smart move to pull him. But what the data doesn't consider is that this was Max Scherzer's 500th start. This is a future Hall of Famer. He was well rested. He was going to go throw everything at this that he could, and he did. So for that manager to trust this pitcher in that moment and throw away the numbers was amazing.
I totally agree. And I think that people have to realize something. Max Scherzer is 41 years old. He is one of the last few of that age ever to start in a postseason game. And I don't think it's lost on Schneider to know this is a guy who was signed to the Blue Jays. Guess for how many seasons? This one.
Yeah,
This
is his only
could
chance.
potentially be maybe the end of his career, close to the end of his career. And I think there's a part of Schneider that there's something in workplaces that's called similarity bias or affinity bias, where a boss sees something of himself potentially in somebody that they hire or an employee, or a woman sees something in a woman. And you know, they're around the same age. Schneider's 45, Scherzer's 41. This could be coming to the end of Scherzer's career. And the fact that he is a future Hall of Famer, but he's had a bad neck injury. He hasn't pitched in a month, y'all. There's a lot of reasons to not have put him there because of his age, coming off the injury, high stakes game. So I think the trust went further than to say, you know what, I'm gonna give you your last shot. So the trust thing is also not just trusting them in the big moments, it's Schneider giving him an opportunity to say, if this is the end, I'm gonna give you a shot to go out big, bruh.
Yeah.
So like,
go down in flames. If you're gonna go down big.
Or the other way.
Or the other way.
And it worked out.
Yeah, I would have liked to see if he said no. Like, if he was like, no, you gotta go. I would have liked to see that play out just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But I'm glad the Blue Jays won.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Wow. To another moment that no one can let go of. Love is Blind Season 9 star Jordin Keltner treated his fiancée Megan to his signature chicken smoothie. Well, guess what? Lucky for us, our producers decided to make one that we should try today. So ladies, Kwame, thank you very much.
Who's the big glass
Kwame,
for?
thank you very much. That's for Kwame.
Nope.
Would you?
I don't even want to smell it. I don't even want to smell it.
Before we do this, would you ever like kiss like the guy after he drinks a?
Never mind kiss. Would you continue to date? Never mind the kiss.
Are you all going to smell first?
No.
I'm not. What are we doing here?
We're tasting it.
I specifically asked for.
Oh God!
No, she did it.
Okay,
Mel did it.
Did you taste it? Okay, you want to do it together?
Okay.
Are you doing it?
Wait a second. If
I
we're
am
gonna
putting
do
a
this,
finger in this first because I asked specifically for this to be heated so I could convince myself it was soup. Did that happen, Kwame?
No.
No.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it?
Best of
okay,
luck.
wait.
Okay,
we're
let's
gonna
do a cheers.
Okay, you
and
better do it. You better do it.
A cheers and a sip?
Okay. No, we're gonna go the whole thing.
No, you're not.
No, we are.
The whole
We're gonna do
thing?
it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. No one ever questioned if I love my job. No one. No one. Oh my God.
You know what?
It's on its way back up. Wait.
Yeah. I don't drink, so that's my thing. Okay, describe it.
Go down.
It's the aftertaste, too.
Oh my God. It's returning. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Okay, but we did it.
Yes, we did it.
I can't even.
Oh.
This is why I could never go on Amazing Race Canada. Like, I
Right.
would just lose right out of the
You
gate.
guys
Yeah,
are-
right. Yeah. No.
All of
If
it.
there was
Yes.
money on this table, oh my gosh, I
We
would do
should
that
go
big
on
laugh.
Amazing Race
Yeah,
Canada.
we would kill.
Wow.
We would kill.
Well,
But
we know
did
who's
it.
Employee of the Month this month, Cynthia. It's not us. Not us. Well, y'all are gonna put that down and we're gonna take a quick break, a water break that is, and then a swashbuckling objection. The mother of a bride hired a wedding crasher dressed as a pirate to interrupt the vows. So is that all in good fun or did things get a little off course as a result? So we'll give you our reaction after this.
Monday on The Social, it's time to bundle up, fashion lovers. And stylist Erica Wark is back with the season's hottest coat trends. Next week on The Social, the Traders Canada host Karine Vanasse joins us with a sneak peek at the upcoming season of the ultimate murder mystery game.
If you are ever in the Toronto area, we would love to see you here live in studio. There's a QR code that's on the screen right now. If you scan that, you get tickets to the website. Super, super easy. Andrea, how much are the tickets?
They're free $99 and It also comes with a glass of chicken and Crystal Lake. I'm playing. All right, so check out this next story. A Captain Jack Sparrow impersonator crashed a North Carolina wedding shouting, "I object." It was all part of a prank planned by the bride's mother. Turns out the bride is a Pirates of the Caribbean superfan. And you guys are real quiet on this one. But was this an appropriate surprise during the ceremony? What do you guys think?
No, I thought it was fun, guys. Too. It was like she's this super fan. He came out. Clearly, the people who were there really got a kick out of it. They laughed. It was a little awkward. I would say that
The groomsmen looked like they were ready to beat somebody up.
But the people who were there in the audience were enjoying it. I just feel like they could have got a better Jack Sparrow. He was not. His accent was weak. He wasn't really in character. It was like the bargain bin basement version of Jack Sparrow. They could have done better.
Wait, and Kate, you would do this?
Oh, I would love it. I'll tell you, listen, I think we take weddings too seriously. Like I remember my wedding, I thought about every single moment. And I look back now and I wish I'd relaxed a bit because the best moment of my wedding was the one moment I did not plan.
Okay.
So during my ceremony, I realized that something was up. Okay?
Well, what happened?
Look at my face. I'm like, something is going on here. I have planned this entire wedding, and I don't know what's happening. We have just finished our vows, okay? And then all of a sudden, look what happens. This was a surprise only 3 people knew about. This is a 20-person choir from the Mount Zion Fellowship Choir. Because I love Sister Act, much like this was a Pirates of the Caribbean sitch. I love a gospel choir. I love good harmonies. And that's all anyone talks about when it comes to my wedding. But no matter how much I wanted to control it, that was the best.
All right, wait. A gospel choir at a wedding is a wonderful surprise. Some dude from Central Casting dressed as Jack Sparrow without any context is a weird thing to do. I'm sorry, this is some top tier white people stuff. I'm sorry, I had to say it. But hear me out. I would be okay with this if I was going to a wedding with a theme and the invitation said, it is a Pirates of the Caribbean
Would you attend that wedding?
Yes, if I love you, I'll go to your wedding. And what doesn't cost you have to marry the dudes. It doesn't matter to me. But I would go if it were like the characters were there and we're on some kind of shipwreck and this was the theme, I'd be like, great. And then some Jack Sparrow guy comes down the aisle, I'd be like, ah, ha, ha, ha. We're all in on the joke. But to be in a regular hall in silence with these 2 people doing this very serious legal thing, and then some dude just starts walking down the aisle dressed as a character, suppose your family members don't understand who this character is and they don't know the movie. That joke's not gonna land, and then what? You're gonna be banned from every family function from there on out.
I have to say, this looks like an outdoor wedding, so I don't know how religious it was.
No.
This would not be okay. I got married in a Catholic church.
Sure.
The whole idea is, woo, Catholicism. Yeah. That was the one. There is a sanctity to the actual ceremony, in my opinion. So I love surprises. I wouldn't like this surprise. I'd love that surprise. I wouldn't like this surprise. But I think you save surprises for the reception.
Yeah.
There is a vow. There is something happening. I'll be honest. The only few people who knew was, I think, the mother of the bride who organized this. I don't think the groom even knew. There was a lot of people who didn't know. The groomsmen, if we play back that video, were like this. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? And so I think there is a sanctity that should be kept for the actual vows of that. That's what a marriage is for. It's not. This is not Disney cosplay. Like, what is this?
But we're not taking
I think
it like
they're
a
after.
Seriously?
Listen, the most memorable weddings, there's surprises, there's fun things that happen.
Personalization.
Sure, like I love a good flash mob at the reception.
Well, Captain Jack stuck around for the reception. Did you read that?
No, did he?
Captain Jack came to the ceremony, left, and then returned for cocktail hour, the dinner, and the D floor.
He's not getting paid very well, is he?
No.
He needed a free meal and some drinks. Open bar.
I would have loved it. Listen, Jordin Sparks, she has a suggestion for couples who share a bed. Don't share a blanket. Jordin told People that her husband runs very hot and she runs very cold. And having their own bedding works best. So do you guys sleep with the same blanket as your partner? No?
Okay, I get why she's saying it. That's common, right? A lot of guys run hot, a lot of women run cold. But from the cuddle bed, how are you supposed to cuddle if you're in 2 separate blankets?
Are you cuddling all night while you sleep?
When we fall asleep, I fall asleep fastest if I'm spooning Ryan or if he's spooning me. And we have what?
Cynthia's laughing. So cold, Cynthia.
And we also have a weighted blanket. We have a 30-pound blanket.
I'll self-reserve them.
What?
Just admit right now I'm in full perimenopause, so like I am having hot flashes and like cold flashes, and so we don't even I won't have him sleep in the same bed, let alone the same blankets right now. He is upstairs, and everyone in my home knows this now, that this is just the rules. I don't want to have anybody's weight near me, their breath near me. Anything is just gone. And it doesn't mean you can't cuddle. We find times for, things, but I don't need it to be at night. No, not at this stage of my life. It might be a temporary thing. It might be a permanent thing. I think we should normalize that you can be in a good relationship and have nice sexy times, but you don't have to always sleep in the same bed. Normalize this, guys.
I like that you're talking about a sleep divorce, and this is kind of a blanket divorce. This is halfway there. I'm here for it because I just don't like a blanket stealer. The number of times in the middle of the night where I've had to like kick him because I want my blankets back. And also the aesthetic. I think this is very German and Scandinavian culturally. And I had a friend growing up who was German. And I remember always looking in her parents' room, and they had this beautifully made bed with 2 mattresses. Look how pretty this looks.
Oh,
so guys, I'm here for
single
it.
beds put
It's very
together.
Euro.
Right.
That is very Euro.
Yeah.
Does this come up in your
Listen,
life?
sharing blankets and stuff is for husbands and boyfriends, not for acquaintances. So it's like, house guests don't stay over, so I don't have this issue. It's like, we've had a nice time, your Uber is waiting for you. I'll see you later. So I don't really have much to add to this. But I do agree. I like the idea. What's the point of getting married if you're not spooning to fall asleep in a romantic?
Yes.
Many points.
There are many points.
points.
I don't have time. You know what? We're getting the rap signal, but we'll talk after the break. On the break.
I think I'm Team Mel on this. I need to be spooned, or what are we doing?
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Stay away.
All right, let's take another break, everybody, and then the inspiring story behind how Canada's first ever women's pro soccer league was born. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back. The Northern Super League is a movement that started long before its launch. Despite record-breaking international success, Canada was one of the last nations without a domestic women's pro soccer league. And former Olympian Diana Matheson, she set out to change all that. Take a look.
After winning the gold, the outside world was like, okay, here it comes, like a women's professional soccer league.
You should just be happy to be here. We're not accepting that narrative anymore. You're lucky to have us playing for you.
As late Tuesday night, it was announced a women's professional soccer league is coming to Canada.
If we didn't get this done, we weren't going to.
Pressure is on Diana right now.
Well, please welcome to the show, founder of the Northern Super League, Diana Matheson, and Emmy-nominated filmmaker and director of The Pitch, Michelle Hoser. Welcome to the show.
We're so happy that you're both here. And listen, Diana, I don't think that many people know that prior to the NSL, top women's talent actually had to go abroad to find work. And you were one of those players. What did it feel like to be able to wear the maple leaf and represent this country, but have to go elsewhere to make money?
Playing for Canada is the greatest honor of your life, to get to have that maple leaf, especially when you had home games. The odd time you had home games was such an incredible honor. I never had the honor of playing in a professional jersey from my hometown, so what a dream that would have been. And my pathway was pretty much the same pathway that our generation took. A lot of us leave Canada after high school, we go to a US university, and then we go play pro overseas or in the US. I did that for 17 years. Only when I retired did I get to come back to Canada. And then, I wanted to stay in soccer and work in women's soccer, and I looked around and all my friends were leaving the country again to go be coaches or GMs or work in the media and women's pro soccer abroad. And I just wanted to be able to work here in Canada because we have such incredible talent here.
Good for you. Good for you. So good. So Michelle, as a filmmaker, you actually wanted to highlight the difficult challenge that specifically mothers on the team face playing for Team Canada. So can you tell us a little bit about what happened with former team captain Amy Walsh?
Amy Walsh's story really hit home. She, in 2008, got pregnant, and there was really no room for her, and she had to quietly retire. And having to retire showed a more larger problem within soccer in Canada. And that story resonates with women in all careers. How many of us have to choose between being a mother and having a career? And that was why it was important to have a soccer league to right that wrong.
And full circle moment, Amy Walsh now covers the league, which is a pretty amazing circular moment. You know, in covering this league, which I've been so fortunate to do, I've been really impressed by how mom-focused and mom-friendly it is. Can you speak, Diana, to how the NSL is accommodating mothers?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, former athlete, and I myself came up through an athletes' rights background, helped start the Women's National Team Players Association, so that was obviously so important to this. You know, players have in their contract guaranteed contracts. You can't be waived or traded for no reason, which used to be the case. They have guaranteed contracts if they get pregnant. They have maternity rights and guaranteed salaries when they get pregnant. And Erin McLeod there, you saw, signed with the Halifax Tides right after she'd had her son, Baldwin. Her wife ended up signing for the team as well. So, you know, it's a league built by former players, so we had to get that part right.
Yes, and I don't know if you saw there, they created a little locker for Aaron and Gunny's son in the locker room in Halifax. Yes.
So sweet.
And listen, Diana, one of your biggest challenges was finding 6 team owners who would each put up $1 million to form the league. What was your pitch to them, and how did you find these people?
It was, you know, it was the right thing to do. We know that whole purpose part. You know, we're creating jobs for women's athletes, coaches, referees, women in business. Sport has all the incredible benefits of, you know, better health outcomes, academic outcomes, creating leaders, all those things. That's always been there, but really the pitch was a business case. This is a business. Women's pro sport is a new industry. It's growing faster than men's sport. It's really only been treated like a business the last 5 years, and we finally had data where we could show the business case. And it was, by now, your franchise fee is $1 million. You're going to put $10 million into your team, and in 10 years, your franchise is going to be worth $50 million. And you know, we could use the numbers.
Yes, we love this.
We had the data finally out of the, you know, the U.S. League and other leagues. Those guys bought into the U.S. League back in 2013 for $150,000. And when we were pitching this, the franchises are worth $66 million. I think now that number is over $100 million.
Wow.
So, you know, we had the data finally to start showing the business behind women's sport.
Kids, this is why graphs matter.
Yes.
Okay? I'm talking to my daughter.
Exactly.
So listen, Michelle, you actually followed around the team and Diana for 2 years in making this documentary. Why, from your perspective, do you think that for all the hustling that Diana's done, that now is the time that it actually happened?
It's interesting. I think every movement has a moment. And when we started filming, there was a reckoning in sports in Canada, and soccer was right there in the spotlight. And Diana and the former players knew how to take a win or take a loss and turn it into a win. And she took that moment where she knew it was a small window and turned it into a movement and brought this league to Canada.
It's great.
Deserves all the praise. I have to tell you, I got goosebumps so many times watching this documentary, whether it was watching, you know, Canadian women like Chloe Edinburgh here and her dad looking on, signing her first contract, Erin McLeod coming home from being overseas for the first time for over a decade. And on the night of that opening match, so many of us on the broadcast team got a bit emotional. I feel myself getting emotional now because I didn't expect it, because we felt like we were part of changing how women can dream. So I'm just wondering what's made you the most emotional. Sorry.
Look, in the cutting room, we were crying at that final game and putting together that final scene of the film. I think what's very emotional is seeing Canada come together of all walks of life and deciding to right a wrong and to give these women who have given it all to Canada and brought home medals to change and bring this league home. And it celebrates who we are as Canadians. And what a better time than to do it now.
Amen. Amen. We get it. We totally get it. Well, Diana, the NSL's inaugural season actually wraps up shortly, November 15th. So that is where the winning team is going to lift up this beauty. She is called the Diana B. Matheson Cup, named in your honor, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Where do you think the league is going to go from here?
And honestly, sky's the limit. Yeah, I mean, what an honor this was. I didn't ask for this. This was the league executives and board made this decision, and I hope, you know, this represents the league, and I hope so many women and women athletes feel seen by this, that the trophy they get to lift is named after a former player. Yeah, sky's the limit. The final, we've got the playoffs coming up. Toronto against Montreal plays this Sunday at noon to determine who's placing second, third, and fourth. In our league, we then have semifinals the first 2 weeks of November and the final game on November 15th at BMO Field. Buy tickets now. I heard if you buy a group of 12 or more, you get an inaugural pin, so everyone should do that.
I love that.
And yeah, this is going to be the women's sport equivalent of the Grey Cup, the biggest women's sport event of the year. It's going to be the first one. You know, this is going to go for 100 years, so you're going to want to be able to say you were there.
Love it. Thank you both so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
The Pitch is screening across the country. You can find more information at thepitchdoc.ca. And make sure you tune in to the NSL Final, as Diana said, on Saturday, November 15th. That's at 2 p.m. on TSN. Tickets are available at nsl.ca/final. We'll be right back with Diwali Fashion.
Festival of Lights is right around the corner, and there's no question that fashion plays a major role in the celebrations.
And here with versatile outfit ideas for Diwali get-togethers of any kind is the founder and CEO of My Ethnic Rentals, Canada's first South Asian dress rental service, Teru Jori. Welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Excited to be here.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Teru,
you.
before we dive into the fashion, what can you tell us about Diwali and what it's all about?
Yeah, so Diwali, as you rightly said, is Festival of Lights. So family and friends get together, they eat food, exchange sweet, light diyas, and wear beautiful traditional clothes. So it's all about love, hope, and new beginning.
Beautiful. All right, so how is Diwali fashion different than, you know, stuff for the other Hindu festivals?
Yeah, so unlike any other festival, it's like all about color and sparkle. Like think about jewel tones, gold embroidery, sequins, just tradition meets celebration in full galore.
I mean, we have to talk about what you're wearing. It is so fabulous, just stunning.
Right?
Tell us a little bit about this look.
Yeah, so this is called lehenga. It is a three-piece ensemble, a crop top, skirt, and a dupatta. As you can see, what I talked about, color and sparkle, it has all the things which you can talk about. And so it looks traditional, but it has all the glamour.
Well, you look fabulous, and you brought other wonderful outfits. Let's
Yes.
take a little walk and go look at the other beautiful Diwali outfits that we have. We're starting off with this beautiful sari. Talk to us about this one.
Yes, so sari is a... Thank you. So sari is a six-piece yard which you can wrap around the body. And what's special about it, it's connects the generations. So grandmother used to wear it, my mother wears it, I wear it, and it's so versatile, it looks so modern. Perfect for any body type.
So it's been handed down. This is like sort of a generational piece.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. So if someone's looking to rent a look for a special occasion and they are not from the culture, how do you know what's appropriate in terms of dress?
Yeah, so brilliant question. So for cultural appropriateness, what I say, don't wear it as a costume, wear it as an outfit, know about what's behind that craftsmanship, and if you are wearing it with the right intention, it's all good. And we are here to help you.
That's beautiful. That's great advice. All right, so let's move on to our next beautiful outfit. This one is a more comfortable, traditional outfit. What makes this most ideal for Diwali?
As you can see, it's a long tunic, a comfy pant, and a dupatta with still a lot of jewels and embroideries in it, right? So perfect for any daytime or nighttime look. You can look comfortable, any age can wear it, and that's why it's so comfortable.
Now, would you wear it differently for a day event as opposed to an evening event?
Yeah, so for daytime, you can just keep the makeup minimal, jewelry minimal, and just like let the outfit shine.
Okay.
And for the night, just go with a bold lip, little bit of statement jewelry, little bit of glamour, and you are all ready.
So bright, so wonderful. Let's move over to this because this is a gorgeous suit, a pantsuit that you've styled.
Yeah,
Tell
so
us
we
about
introduced
this.
it recently. A person who wants to enjoy the culture, but with like a little bit of modern twist. It's like a double-breasted jacket with a pant. You can wear it at office party or a cocktail, anywhere. You can enjoy the culture, but still look very modern.
I think we could go to this party together.
You really could, yeah.
All right, our last look is for men, and we have none other than our very own Kwame modeling for us today. Wow!
handsome he is looking. He just
my
lit up the whole
God.
place, right? So this is called sherwani. It's a long jacket. He's wearing a traditional pant, but you can pair it with jeans, just to give a little bit of Indo-Western touch. And what he's wearing in the foot is called juti. It's a traditional footwear. And ta-da, he's ready.
Wami.
I expect to see you every day at work dressed just like this. You've never looked better.
Absolutely.
So good. All right, thank you so much,
Thank
Kwame.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so
Tara, before we let you go, you are actually going to show us how to drape a sari. So how difficult is it for a first-timer to actually properly style?
Yeah, so first, it can be a little tricky, but we have simplified it. We have pre-draped it for you in 3 easy steps. So I will just show you how to put it on. So that's the step one.
Step one,
Okay, so let's get started with their demo. Let's do it.
Yes.
So step one, we're gonna do, what do we do?
Yeah, so step one, tuck it at your right side.
Okay,
Tuck
so
it at
you have-
right side, okay.
Yeah.
Just tuck it in here.
Just a little lower.
A little
And
lower?
keep tucking it around.
Okay.
Just keep tucking it around.
tucking.
Perfect.
I'm tucking,
Cynthia
I'm
is.
tucking. I'm going
I know,
for
Cynthia,
this.
like you've done this
Cynthia,
before.
I have not.
You have
Here
not.
we go. Okay,
I need
so
a little
then,
help.
Yeah, I will help you.
Thank you.
okay, so,
tuck it, and then you come to step two.
Okay.
Which is the pleats. Tuck it at your navel.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
do that
and
correctly?
then
Got it.
just
I think I did it.
wrap it around,
We go around the waist once.
around,
Okay.
around your underarm, and that's the
Underarm.
third step.
Okay.
Put it on your left shoulder.
Did I,
Okay.
am I okay?
Oh, wow.
No, I screwed that up.
Yeah,
Okay, guys,
so-
I'm all right. I needed help.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Got it,
got
got
it.
it. Going.
Yeah,
Going
now
over.
now you got it.
And then let's tuck that in.
Yeah.
Tuck this piece in right here.
Oh!
Watch the microphone. There
I
we
have
go.
2 beautiful ladies in sari.
We're ready for Diwali.
Oh, Taru, thank you so much for bringing us this gorgeous Diwali fashion today. We love it. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank
So
you. Happy
wonderful.
Diwali.
So up next, Dr. Sheila is here with important facts about osteoporosis. You don't want to miss it, so don't go anywhere.
That was much easier. I thought it was going to be more difficult.
Here at The Social, looking fresh and feeling fierce is always in style.
I understood the assignment, honey.
Yes, you did.
From the runway to your way.
Cozy and casual, loves it. Oh, I love the monochromatic again.
If this outfit isn't Mel, I don't know what is.
Learn how to rock the latest trends.
A cargo wide leg hybrid. That sounds so good. Doesn't she look amazing?
We're stepping up the glam from head to toe.
Hello.
Explore your own unique style.
Clearly, I'm feeling myself.
Weekdays on The Social.
Welcome back. Monday is World Osteoporosis Day. It's a condition that affects millions of Canadians, often without them even realizing it.
In fact, it is called the silent disease because you can't feel it until a fracture actually happens. But 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men will have an osteoporotic fracture in their lifetime. So here to tell us more about osteoporosis and how to prevent it is Dr. Sheila Wijaya-Singha. Welcome back, Dr. Sheila.
Always good to have you here, Dr. Sheila. All right, so just break down for us, what is osteoporosis and how serious is it?
So it's a very serious condition of the bone where the bone density can decrease over time and it becomes thin and weak and can fracture easily. And it's so important because osteoporosis actually means porous. So we think about our bone matrix, it starts to stretch out a little bit and become thinner. We don't feel it, like you said, it's a silent disease, but we may notice it, like our posture can change, our height decreases, but most importantly, a fracture can happen, which can cause a loss of independence, pain, and early death. We know that 1 in 5 women who have a fracture related to osteoporosis will die within that next year. 1 in 3 men will die after having an osteoporotic fracture within that year. So it's so important that we talk about it because we can prevent this from happening.
Wow. All right, so there are different types of fractures, right? So which ones are the one that we should be concerned about when it comes to osteoporosis?
That's a great question. So like traumatic fractures are the ones that we know with sports injuries or car accidents, but then there's something called a fragility fracture. And that is a type of fracture that happens with very low impact. So you step off a curb and you break your ankle, or you fall from standing and you break a wrist. And that's actually really common, but we undertreat it. If you are over 40 and you have a fragility fracture, that is basically a signal that you likely have bone density changes and should be further investigated. But less than 10% of people who have that kind of fracture actually go on to get that sort of extra investigation done. So there's a huge care gap. So if you've had that happen in your life, please do get checked out because we should be investigating as to why.
Wow. Now, I've also heard that menopause has a big impact on bone health. Why is that?
So really important, menopause, so estrogen is the main hormone that we talk about when it comes to menopause. And in menopause, our estrogen levels decline very quickly. And estrogen is like the bodyguard of the bones. It prevents bone loss. And so when we don't have estrogen, because our estrogen levels drop in menopause, we don't have that bodyguard anymore. And we lose about 20% of our bone density in the first 5 to 7 years of going through menopause, which is why we see women start to fracture in their 50s. And that's why it's so important to consider things like menopause hormone therapy to prevent that from happening.
So who is most at risk of getting osteoporosis?
Yeah, so this is a really important list to know and keep in your back pocket, because if we know what our risks are, we can then prevent things, right? So we know that if you have a family history of osteoporosis, specifically if you had a parent who had a hip fracture, that can put you at an incredibly high risk of having osteoporosis yourself. Low body weight, because a low BMI, you're not putting pressure on your bones, and so that can decrease your bone density. If you smoke or use alcohol, that can also decrease your bone density, along with heavy caffeine use. Steroid use. So we think about people who have inflammatory conditions or autoimmune conditions. Steroids decrease your bone density. So if you have been taking steroids for any of those conditions, you may be at higher risk and should be tested early as well. And any state that you may not be getting enough calcium or vitamin D in your diet, and certainly in Canada, we don't have enough vitamin D because we don't get enough sun, we are at risk of this as well.
Okay, so how do you test and see the state of your bones?
Yeah, so there's a simple test called a DEXA scan. It is an X-ray test that we do. It's a low-dose X-ray scan. It takes your hip and your back, and then it can predict, do you have a low, moderate, or a high risk of having a fracture. It is covered for everybody in Canada over the age of 65, but it will be covered if you have any of those extra risk factors and your doctor deems it that you need to actually have that extra test. What's really important is that men are left out of this conversation so often because we see this as a women's disease, but men get tested less than their female counterparts, and we really need to emphasize that they should be having this test as well.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So how can we? Sorry.
Oh, blood work. Yes. Is there a blood test? Is there blood work we can do?
There isn't. We don't routinely need to do blood work, but if there's a cause of osteoporosis, so if you're having that fracture at 40 that we don't know why that happened, we should look for secondary causes, meaning that there's another reason why you're having this bone density change. So is your thyroid off? Do you have low vitamin D? Is your calcium off? Are you not absorbing things well in your diet? And that's a reason that we would do blood work, but we don't routinely do it.
Okay.
All right, so how can we prevent bone loss before there's an actual problem?
So this is where it comes down to what I love talking about is prevention. And prevention is so key around preventing osteoporosis. Thinking about things like calcium and vitamin D. These are essential. These are the building blocks of your bones. And so osteoporosis.ca is a great website I refer to. You can go on, see what has good calcium. We try to get your calcium in your diet first before going to supplements. So if you have milk or fortified beverages that have calcium, if you have salmon or some sort of like fish that has bones, that can be a great way of getting calcium. And then if you want to get your daily requirement, you can top it up with a supplement if you're not reaching it. Vitamin D in Canada, again, we don't test vitamin D routinely because we assume everybody is deficient in Canada. So just taking a supplement once a day is very helpful. The other things are protein, exercise. Those things put stress on your bones and help them increase their density, and avoiding things like the smoking and alcohol.
Okay. So if someone already has osteoporosis, is it reversible?
So it's not reversible necessarily, but it's very treatable. So we try to prevent further bone loss is our goal of treatment. And if you are at that point, we do the lifestyle measures, but then we also can add medication. And so there's different medications. There's oral medications, there's injectable medications, and there's also menopause hormone therapy that can be used as prevention.
So we also hear about osteoarthritis. So what is the difference between that and osteoporosis?
So osteoporosis is a disease of the bones themselves, and osteoarthritis, arth means joint, so the space between the bones, is a disease of the joint spaces. So inflammation of the joint spaces is arthritis. They're different because arthritis hurts and it causes pain, whereas osteoporosis does not cause pain unless you have a fracture. They sound very similar though, so they're confusing, and they can happen at the same time.
Well, this conversation has been so informative, but if somebody wants more information, where should they go?
So osteoporosis.ca is an excellent resource. It has a calcium calculator on there. You can figure out what your risks are and take that proactive step. And there's also a risk calculator you can do called the FRAX score. I do it in the office with my patients, but you can also do it for yourself. You put in all your numbers, your history, your family history, and it'll give you a score. And that may trigger then us to say, you need to have an earlier test done. And it can make a huge difference because osteoporosis is a disease that causes a loss of independence, and we can prevent that from happening.
We love this information, and you're the best person to deliver it, Dr. Sheila. Thank you. Thank you. So good. Okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
There's never a dull moment at The Social.
We are going to have one heck of a time.
With hot takes and fiery debates.
I'm too old for Leonardo DiCaprio anyway.
We dive headfirst into juicy conversations.
Where are his wild oats now?
No topic is too messy.
I'm gonna blame all of the boyfriends that I've had.
No discussion too heated.
Oh, no. That is an invasion, in my opinion.
We break it down and stir it up.
Is that a red flag?
Just real talk and fresh opinions. Unfiltered.
It's hard.
Unexpected.
This conversation has changed significantly.
And always entertaining.
Are you guys having a good time?
Watch The Social, weekdays at 2 p.m. on CTV.
Extra, extra! The Social now streaming on Crave. Thanks a lot. This is awesome. You guys are out here. Streaming on Crave. Sorry. Oh, that's amazing. The Social, now also streaming on Crave.
Next week on The Social, it's one of our favorite fashion segments of the entire year. It's our fall coat trends with Erica Work.
Yeah.
It's the only reason to look forward to cold weather, in my opinion, is the fashion. Also, the Traders Canada host Karine Vanasse is back. She'll be looking ahead to the new season of the show. It is such a huge show in my house, so we cannot wait. Also, Instagram design darling Jillian Harris drops by. She's got her brand new... Oh, my God, you like her? You like her too. She's got a new family-focused picture book. Before we say goodbye, Kate, Andrea, any extra things coming back up from earlier in the show?
My stomach is a touch unhappy.
Unhappy.
It's a touch unhappy.
Okay, I have my father's iron belly, so I'm good. Once it goes down, it's there and I'm good. It's just getting it there. And it stayed and we're good. We didn't have any accidents.
Oh, okay.
We did it. Good.
Dr. Sheila backstage was like, I only saw Andrea drink that. I'm like, if they don't have a
Dr.
shot
Sheila.
of me chugging that chicken smoothie and I did it for nothing.
But we do have to point out the two people who bailed on us today.
I feel like there's maybe a clause in our contract somewhere.
No.
Grandfathered
I think
we've
just been here too long. We're just like, I'm not doing it. We've played those
Yeah,
games
sure.
before.
You're the Scherzers.
Yeah.
You're the Scherzers.
That's right.
You were like, nope,
not doing it.
Not doing it.
Sorry.
Oh my
The Max
gosh.
Scherzers of the Social.
Yeah.
And again, you share blankies with your husband?
No, we barely share a bed.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
I'm sure he's gonna love that you just told
He
Canada
just-
that.
there it is. Oh,
Heard
wow.
you guys are sleeping separately. Nice to meet you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for being here. Thank you all for coming, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. See you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.